was born November 26, 1937. It was a very painful experience for my mother and me, because I was 10% of my mother's weight. Carbonear, Newfoundland. Carbonear, there was about 3,000 or 4,000 people, and I spent the first 13 years of my life in Carbonear. And then my mother and maternal grandfather thought I should go to St. John's to get the rest of my high school education, so I went to St. John's at the age of 13. And I remember my father was very concerned at one point going through the Straits of Belle Isle because we ended up in a severe thunder and lightning storm. And the top of the boat was covered with drums of 45-gallon drums of high-test fuel. And here we are in this thunder and lightning storm. I was playing around on deck early in the morning with this thing, a cod jigger. That's a cod jigger. It's just like that. And the hook catches in the outside edge of the boat somehow. And of course, I'm pulling on it, so it acts as a spring. And it went in there and it was in my hand like that. So the whole thing was buried. This much of the hook was buried in my hand. And then I stayed in St. John's for another 4 years and went to Memorial, got a bachelor's degree there. I was pretty active at Memorial, as well as good marks. And I went off to UBC then for a couple of years, and the chairman of the Rhodes selection committee wrote me and suggested that I apply for a Rhodes scholarship. The fun plan was, I get a chance to go to England. That was all. It wasn't so much that I wanted to study in England, it was more I wanted to go to England. I was in Chalk River, so I was contacted very early on as a basic science guy in Chalk River, you know, looking for science to do. So I basically switched to this project and became basically the spokesman or in charge of the Chalk River group that worked on it. And of course, Chalk River is the largest basic research lab in Canada, and so it has a lot of expertise that's very useful. This was the science project that any nuclear physicist in Canada wanted to do, and be involved in. So we got support from everywhere.
If you could do one thing differently,
I'd learn French.
Why?
Because I'm a Canadian. It's the one thing I regret doing. I've done a lot of bad things in my life and so on, but ups and downs, I don't particularly regret them, but I should learn.